Hello, welcome back to the bench. Oh, excuse me. This video is what's going to be probably quite a long video of what I've been up to on the bench update, bench refit update. Yeah, let's get into it. So, Huey, what have we been doing on the Huey? The Huey is now coming towards its final stages in that this whole cockpit section is excuse me, as near as done. It's almost finished now. Grab a pointer. The seat harnesses are in and been painted. Try to get some light in there somehow. How about that? Looks better. The trestle or support unit that the stretcher would sit on is now in place. Needs a little bit of work just to give it that convincing look that it's supposed to be there and not something that the builder has just made and stuck in there, which is what excuse me, what it looks like at the moment. It looks a bit second rate and a bit amateurish, but it will in time look like it was supposed to be there. So there you go. Hopefully you can see what's going on in there. I've done a little bit of rust work on it. I just wanted to give it kind of a bit of a surface rust. This bit here where you can see the white plastic, yeah, that's where the cocktail stick went so that I could hold it. So that's got to be done. This section has gone in. It's definitely looking way too new and way too clean and not weathered or beaten up or scratched or whatever. Excuse me, dear oh dear. The cabling, yeah, hopefully if I angle that about the right, maybe, I don't know. Probably. So the cabling is now gone in. It's just I've used lead wire. It was easier to move around, but that's all in place. It's all been painted, so it's on both sides. I don't know if you can. No, it's not going to show it, is it? Yeah. Perhaps I should have taken this off and not put that on. Never mind. Doesn't matter. So that is the internals of the cockpit area, which, to be fair, is pretty much done. I'm going to have a slurp of tea in a minute. In actual fact, I will do that now. That's better. Right, fuselage, and it is large. Door hinges. Yeah, I think we need to do a take 2 or maybe a take 3 and have another go. It kind of worked yesterday when I got it all in and gave it a test, and it kind of didn't work. So I've got to have a bit of a rethink and a revisit and work out what I've got to do. So that's that. The broken piece that was missing is now back in place. Hopefully it's going to stay there. Yeah, okay. I've got some extra bits on here and here, so that's that. Now, to give you guys an idea of what it should look like, is if I do that and then turn it round and hold it up like so, that should give you an idea of what I'm going for. So that, I'm going to put that up and out the way so it doesn't take a nosedive anywhere. Right, bear with me a sec, I'm just going to put these out the way. So that's the Huey. The Huey is coming on really well. I've really enjoyed doing this. So if you can pick one of these kits up, I really do suggest you do, because you can really have some fun and really do some scratch building and do some improvements and really put your own story to a particularly famous helicopter. So what else have I been up to? Well, as a lot of you know, I've got a 3D printer, and I thought I would have a go at printing a bust. And he's not brilliant, to be fair. I don't think that the actual figure itself that I was printing was particularly good. The hands are not particularly lifelike. I don't quite know what she's supposed to be doing, but if she's supposed to be a pilot or a gamer, then she's not looking like she's going to be holding anything anytime soon. Detail wise, it's all ridges. You can see the lines of where the print's gone. I have tried to use some Mr. Surfacer around here and down the arm to see if that make any difference, albeit it was Mr. Surfacer 1000, so I think I might I might give this another, I might have another go with maybe 500 and see if that makes any difference. I've got to try and make the connection between this part of the headband and the earphone. It's a bit of a challenge. The facial detail is very poor. You can just about make out where the eye sockets are and roughly where the mouth is. So overall, not overly impressed, not overly disappointed, kind of stuck somewhere in the middle. It will do as a exercise of trying to make it look good. Well, that might be a heavy statement. Trying to improve it a little bit so that the finish is not too where you can see all the ridges, as you can hear, wherever you put the pointer you hear ridges, and I don't think the cap has come out, or the peak of the cap has come out particularly well. So yeah, don't quite know what's happened. I've moved the printer. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. It won't have anything to do with the the lines as the print head has moved around the object that it's printing. That is an inherent part of 3D printing, and you will never get rid of that. To do this justice, I suppose it's got to go in a resin printer, but even then I don't think I'd waste the resin on it, to be honest with you. It's not the best bust or figure. The detail on it is poor, at least, or at best. So yeah, anyway, moving on. Tiffy. Get the Tiffy out. It is looking really nice. Now, I've had to put some filler in at the wing root, but then that's pretty much standard for Airfix. However, I have got to say, the detail that's gone in there for a 72nd scale kit, remember, this is not the 1/24th. This is the 72nd scale. The detail that's gone in there is good. I need to make it a little bit more dusty, dirty and oily and grimy, and make it a little bit more like it's been used and abused. But like that, and I think that's something that most aircraft kits should have, some kind of access panel opening and a bit of detail in them, just to give you an alternative view. However, what I've done in here, you can't see everything that I've done, all the weathering and all the painting and everything. Look, no, you can't see it at all. It's completely gone. You can just about see where I've painted the back of the seat, that I've still got to do a little bit of weathering on. Yeah, okay. Lesson learned. But it is a nice kit. The wheel well detail, he says carefully, is starting to come along. I've put in, I wanted to give it a dulled look, so I've used some Vallejo oily steel just to give that kind of aged look and weathered and not as shiny and new anymore. So it's coming on. It's a nice little build actually. It kind of averts the mind to everything else that you're up to and what you're doing, and yeah, it's a nice little mojo builder. Yes. Now, Landy. What else have we done on the Landy? To be fair, absolutely nothing at the moment. I've been kind of sidetracked with the bits and pieces of the Huey. I've been kind of concentrating on that, and I've been doing a little bit on the Tiffy. So the Landy has kind of got pushed to one side, but I will get back to this because it is a lovely little kit. But what I have done so far is we've got engine detail going on. I don't know if that's going to show up very well, but yeah, engines going together, looks really nice. Needs to be painted. I've got what I think is the gearbox and the low high speed bits and pieces to go on it. Yeah, I've really enjoyed doing that one so far. So yeah, might, oh, shameless plug, he says. Bearing in mind that the time that I'm recording this video being Sunday, and it being before the hour of 12, don't forget, pop over Sunday brunch. Me and Cole, completely unscripted. What could possibly go wrong? Dread to think. That's if he presses the like button, and that's another story. Right. So we've done the Huey, we've done the Tiffy, we've had a quick update on the Landy. Oh, quick update on these Infinity sanding sticks. Love them. As you can see, this one's been well used. I can't fault them. I can't say anything against them. Yeah. So you've got a choice now. You can go down the route of Flory, you can go down the route of UMP, or you can have these ones Infinite. And from what I've used of these, I've enjoyed using them, and they've worked really well for me. As for anything from UMP, I've not used them, so it is ridiculous of me even to begin to try and make a comment or a comparison. So I've got some Flory thinny sticks, the little skinny ones, these little things, and I think these have come from his first generation of these little sanding sticks, and I can't fault them. They are brilliant, especially for getting in, doing all the little bits and pieces. And as you can see, this one's been chopped up quite a lot, so you can cut them around. I haven't tried cutting these ones up. I think what I might do is I might buy another pack of 800, maybe a pack of 600, and have a play around and see if I can chop them up and make them a little bit skinny and whatever. So that is an update on the sanding stick. The other update that I've started now, and it is looking really good at the moment, is that I'm doing a bench refit. Now, as some of you may have seen in the Bodybuilders Sunday brunch show that we did last week, the detritus that was from about here going that way towards the wall was quite thick and deep. I've now invested in some hobby zone, and virtually everything that was here, he says, here in this area has now gone. It's disappeared into what can only be described as mini TARDISes, if that's the right description. They literally soak up so much detritus, it is unreal. If you haven't thought about it, and you're fighting the fight against everything being everywhere, I strongly suggest you really do think about it. I know it's a little bit pricey, but what you get is proper good stuff. You get the fun and games of putting it together as well, which is quite relaxing, and they're not difficult. I put, what was it, Friday night, I put 5 units together in a few hours, and yeah, absolutely cannot fault it. And I've got another half dozen units that I want to order hopefully next week, which is going to go over there, because over there is another pile of detritus that needs to be tidied up. The paints that I've got on wooden battens on the wall, the wooden battens will come down and the paints will go on to the paint stands that I'm going to order next week. Whether all of them will go on there, it's another story. We'll have to see how we get on with that. But yeah, the refit has started. It does look good. I've got real estate from here going back to the wall just before where the hobby zone starts. You'll see that in a video that I will attach after this bit, giving you a good idea of what I've done and what I'm planning to do. What's going to happen in that corner, because don't forget, on the other side of the video camera is a staircase, so I've got to have a think about what's going to happen there. But what's going to happen there is going to be imminent. So yes, if you haven't got it, definitely think about it. And if you are going to get some, buy a bottle of that. Makes life so much easier, trust me. And I think I'm pretty much up to date with you guys now. Yeah, don't forget, 12:30 today, Sunday brunch. As I've said before, what could possibly go wrong, because it's totally unscripted. It's, we go with the flow, and where the flow goes, we go. So yeah, live and dangerous. Ooh, dear oh dear. So yeah, have a look out for that. That'll be 12:30 today. So that'll be me and Colin and Chaos Mayhem, and yeah. Right. So I now need to go and do some video editing. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you haven't done so, then please do subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell so that you get the notifications as to when I upload more content. and I will see you in the next one. Moving left to right, you will see that the refit has started and the hobby zone stuff is now going in. Easy to build, not complicated, just follow the instructions. But as we now get into the left corner, we can still see that there is a load of detritus that needs to be sorted out. And as we go for the aerial, yeah, look, there's loads of it there. That is the area that I'm thinking of doing next, and you will see what I will do when I've done them. Alright, cheers then.